Hi, you are looking at the Invacare GS 350 Get You Up hydraulic stand-up lift. And this is typical of any lift that you can see on GoSouthernMD.com's website. And this is something similar to what you're going to get when you rent from us under our rental category. Okay? And we have an individual here, and he's going to be assisting in what it's going to be like to get this person moved from a wheelchair, a hospital bed, a scooter, or whatever, and they can't move their legs or they're very fragile where they need a lot of help. Okay? And what I want to explain to you is how easy this is to maneuver even though it's hydraulic. Okay? So what we're going to do is, and every time when you order from GoSouthernMD.com, you get the entire kit standard, okay? Which means it is going to include everything you see here, except of course the scooter. And it's pretty simple to assemble. It probably took me about 15 minutes, okay? And I'm going to show you the different components. I went ahead and put it around these six point. And this is a lot easier than what a typical patient lift or a Hoyer lift. They've made it a lot easier, color coding it, so that way you know where to put it. Before, in the last couple of years, it's been pretty difficult to figure it out for someone that is doing it for the first time. But when you order this lift, this is what it looks like right out of the box. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to roll this, and it does have a spreader bar, and all you got to do is, it doesn't take a lot of strength. As you can see, I can use one finger and do it, okay? And then you just push it towards the scooter, okay, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, there we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put it around this gentleman. He weighs about 240, and it slides underneath the seat. Okay, and what's important if you're ever renting a scooter or buying a scooter, that it does have the swivel option where it can go to where they're easily transportable. Okay, no, actually that's going to go right on your back right there. Okay, okay. Now what you're going to do from there is you're going to attach it. There's a piece right here. Tanner, there you go, right there. This is going to attach right there. See that? Okay. Now, the difference between a stand-up lift and a regular patient lift is this piece here. If you can see my hand, this is going to be underneath your butt, which you were doing fine. If this is a piece that does that, it's going to be from your back all the way to right about here. So that way we can pick you up, and you're going to be totally off the ground and not standing, and then we'll move you to the facilities or to a lift chair or anywhere in the house. Basically, this is going to be able to move anyone anywhere in the house. Okay, that's the whole purpose of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, are you comfortable? You always want to ask that question. You're going to hold on right here. Yep, there you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift him up, and you're going to see how easy this is. I'm going to use one finger. So if I'm a woman, 100 pounds or so, it doesn't take a lot of strength. This piece here, you turn, okay? This brings it down, and this, it's very easy. Look, I'm doing it with one finger. Why don't you try it out, Tanner? Show them how easy it is. Yeah, not a lot of strength. So you push it, and then you start pumping. Look at that. I'm basically using one finger. Finger, thumb. Finger, thumb. So that tells you how simple it is. Try it. I know you're supposed to be disabled, but pretty simple, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So now we're going to keep pumping, and you're going to notice that it's going to keep lifting him up. Is it lifting you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to put your feet right there and your knees right there. Do you see how it's got a little layer in between there, which is going to differentiate your legs. Okay, so now we're going to keep lifting. And you know, the more weight, the harder it's going to get. But I'm still using still using my finger and thumb to do it, so it's really simple. Okay, and it's lifting them. Is that bringing you basically up off? Let's see. Yep, you're totally off the chair right now. Good. Keep it coming. Now this is for someone that obviously they can walk or they can stand, but they're not very good at it. In other words, they can't stand very long. They're very. You just want to help them with the circulation of their legs by getting them up, working the circulation. Also, it's going to assist in moving them to an exercise room. Just someone that's very fragile in the leg area. Okay, and obviously, if this was a full lift, patient lift, like a Hoyer lift, like I was talking about before, the sling would be in this area here, and it would be holding him, and it works just like a standard Hoyer lift. So you could see he's fully stood up in the lift. He weighs about 250 pounds, and it does have a 300-pound weight capacity. Are you comfortable?
I am.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how easy it is. All you got to do is grab right here.
That side of these?
Yeah, just hold on right there. And then I start moving you. Okay? That's it. And then I move you, let's say I move you to the facilities, and you can close this just by turning it like that. And watch how easy this is. That's it. I'm using 2 fingers. Okay, so now the easiest way though to move someone, and I'm using, you got to remember, I'm using 1 hand to do this. So obviously if I was a lot weaker, I could use 2 hands no problem. And sometimes it's easier to go backwards, but the important thing is to always get the 4 wheels going in the same direction. And then always, one of the biggest problems with mistakes, people that get hurt, is you always want to lock the wheels. If you're letting them sit for just a small period of time, which you can easily push down to lock them. So this is the patient lift by GoSouthernMD.com, the Invacare GH S350 Get You Up Hydraulic Stand-Up Lift. It's listed on our site for $8.99, brand new in the box from the supplier, free shipping. And if you go to our rental, this patient lift, this is what you're going to similarly get. This is what you're going to get from us, except it will be a patient lift with a boom and not the stand-up one. Okay, but you can see how easy these lifts are to use. Another important, very important fact: if you are renting these for hotel rooms, one of the biggest problems that we see is to make sure that the hotel bed is accessible for these right here to get in. If that is not accessible and you cannot slide those underneath the bed, it will not work and you will not be able to get that person out. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring you back over to the scooter and we're going to lower you. So you can see how easy that is. And I'm doing all this with 1 arm, so. All right, and then you're going to open it up like that. And then we're going to roll it in there. I'm filming while I'm doing this. That's kind of talented, isn't it? Okay, so the scooter's lined up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just push that over there, and then it'll come down. Is it coming down?
Yep, it's just falling.
Look at how it's falling. Look at how easy it falls, too. And that's why you always want. And there you go. Did it come down nice and easy?
It did.
And there you go. That's the patient lift from Go Southern MD, either rental or purchase. Thanks a lot.